So, if you don't mind, I would like to touch on the loss of your mother a little bit more.
I remember when I was young, like my dad used to, I know he used to hit my mom. I remember that. These are memories. This is what I hate, and I'm telling you this for a reason, because I hated that these are the memories I have of my mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember being like, maybe like kindergarten, and I remember my dad used to fight my mom, and they'd go in the room, and then you'll hear her crying, she come out, and we kids, like we knew, but we didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But we didn't know why. My mom had 6 kids. Out of the 6 kids, 2 of the kids, me and my sister, which are the kids y'all see in the videos with me. My sister got 4 kids. Those are the other kids y'all see in the videos with me outside of my son. And out of my mom's 6 kids, my dad, me and her was his kids. So while he kicked her out for whatever reason, which I didn't know at the time, which I'll tell you, we didn't know, but he kept us. And my other brothers was with my granny on my mom's side. And then my dad, I remember him dating this white woman, and I'm like, this nigga got a white woman? You know what I'm saying? But we didn't care, we lived with our dad. And then that didn't work out. And then I remember we moved right down the street, like on the same block, but down the street, with my stepmom, which I love her to death, because I'm glad God gave me her, because I never really got to know my real mom. People don't know that. I never really got to know her for real. You know what I mean? It's like I remember her, but I just know she was goofy. I don't know my dad used to beat her up.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, because I was young when she left out of our life. And she was on drugs. I found this out later on in life. Like, she was on drugs. She was in the streets bad, like real bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm too young at the age. I can't help her, you know? So you get older and you wonder, like, did somebody try to help her? Maybe they did, and she just didn't want help, you know? So we can't, I never heard nobody say nothing bad about anybody not wanting to help her, you know? Moved down the street, I'm with my stepmom. She got 5 girls. She don't got no boys. It's 5 girls. So now I'm like, this the mother I need, and I'm the son she never had. You know what I mean? So that was a blessing. Across the street from that is my grandma on my dad's side. Like literally across the street. Not like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like across the street. So when my mom and my stepmom, my dad would get into it, we would go over there with my grandma. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy. It was like weird, just going back and forth. When they arguing, we over here, then we over there. You know what I'm saying? But it was hard, because it's like I used to see my mom walk past the house, and I remember I was in the gate with one of my friends, and my mom walked past. She had a nice shape, but she just was out there, you know, in the streets. My mom came over. She would walk past, and like she stopped in there, and she brought my sister a Barbie doll and brought me like a little toy, like a little basketball, a little Nerf toy, and we was in there playing cards, and she was goofy as hell. So that's the only memory I got. Like, man, my mama, this is why I'm goofy. My dad, I know my daddy's silly. He around. She was silly as hell, and I'm like, damn. Now that I'm older, I look back like this shit just in our DNA from both sides. So she walked out the house, and I remember I was in the gate with my friend, and my friend was like, who's that? And I was like, man, I don't know who that is, because I was embarrassed, because I knew she was on drugs. I thought he was gonna say something bad, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh man, she thick as hell. And now I'm mad, but I can't say nothing, because I already told this nigga that this was my mom, you know what I'm saying? So even today, this still haunt me, but I also know God knows that I was a kid and I was just embarrassed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, this is the part I don't like talking about. So, my mom got murdered in 1998. I was like in 8th grade, and it was around the corner from our house, by a 17-year-old, when I'm 13, over drugs. So she was over there, and I think a young dude tried to sell her drugs. From the story I was told, I never heard nothing different. A young guy tried to sell her drugs, and she didn't want the drugs, and she cracked jokes because of just being who she is, you know what I mean? And must have made a fool out of him or something, and the guys around hyped him up, and he ended up shooting her in the chest and the head. You know, like, this is like literally around the corner from our house. Like, I was on 24th and Locust. This was in the alley between 25th and 26th and Locust. So it was like, and I remember my dad just coming in there, and I never, I be trying to be tough, boy. But shit, I remember my dad coming in the room, and I never seen him cry. And I remember, I was silly, so I remember he came in and he was crying. I'm like, the fuck this, like, what this nigga crying for? And he was like, y'all mom dead. My sister instantly broke down, right? And I used to be one of those people that, like, I used to hide my feelings. Like, I ain't want nobody to see me cry and stuff. Like, now that I'm older, I don't care. But then it's like, when I sat down and it kicked in, it was like, damn, my mama really gone. I seen my dad cry, my sister hurt, and a 17-year-old, like, this nigga was a kid. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Killed my mom, now she gone. Now I got all these answers, questions, like did somebody try to help her? Why this happened? Who is the nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? My sister wrote him. My sister, she one of them people want to get down to the T. She found out who he was, this is years later, and she wrote him and asked him, like, why did he do what he did? And he wrote her back. Like, I don't know how she figured all this out, but she did this, and she ended up getting a letter back. Mind you, this is years later while we grown. And she got the letter back, and she asked me, did I want to see it? And I was like, I never wanted to read it. I was like, I don't even want to know. You know what I mean? She wanted to know, but I didn't want to know because it was still painful. I think like last year I asked her about it, and she was like, she burned it. And one of them times you had them fire pits, and you'd be like, you just throwing away a lot of old news, old baggage. I forgot what it's called. She did that with it, so I could never see it. You know what I'm saying? So it was bad, man. And I'm learning. Like I said, man, this is hard. I almost cried. I was about to cry 2 times when I'm saying this, but that's how I know, because I didn't told this story, but I always want to tell it on every platform until like really get out there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I've cried so many times, even telling kids, because it's like, damn, bro, like ain't nothing like losing your mama. Even though I can be like, I don't know my mom like that, but I know my mom. It's like, so now that I'm doing, because that shit came in, I sound like Terrence Howard. But now that I'm trying to fix it, now that I'm doing what I'm doing, like when I see like my friends, they got like mamas and daddies, and they blowing up too. Like my shout out to like my dog Funny Marco, like Desi Banks, Mojo. You know what I'm saying? Mojo Brooks, just to name a few. When I see them doing stuff like for their parents, bro, like that, I love it. But it hurts me. I'm like, I can never do that. I'll never experience that. You know what I'm saying? I'll never experience being able to be like, mama, I made it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is for y'all, and then, and my pops, that's, because, you know, he was there a lot more, so.
It's okay.
I know.
Let's lighten it up a little bit.
I know, I'm like, man, I mean, I don't care.
We can lighten it up and double back.
It's cool. I mean, I'd rather get it out the way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's cool, like, and it's all good, because I also be wanting the world to know, like, as silly as I am, I still have feelings and emotions. You get what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, I don't feel weak because I cry. I'm a man. We all cry.
You're not weak because you cry.
Facts.
You need to cry.
No, facts. I
To
cry a lot.
let it out.
Cry a lot.
Yeah.
So, my dad is more, I cry about my mom a lot too, but my dad is more touching because of, you know, I got way more memories. And, I'm gonna get through it.
It's okay. Take a deep breath.
I be thinking I can do it. I be like, man, we gonna get through it though, man. Because I be wanting people to know, like, whatever you go through, just keep going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep going.
Yeah.
So, my pops, like I said, he was there, but he was gone a lot doing on the road. But you know what I'm saying? He didn't do all the things I do with my son. I feel like that's what made me want to be a better father to my son. Like, okay, no matter how I'm grinding, I gotta still make sure that I'm there for him. You get what I'm saying? So, with my dad is just like me. He's never been in jail. He's not a jailbird, none of that stuff, man. He ended up getting into trouble and going to jail. He like 50, 54 or something like that. He go to jail for the first time, like for real in his life. And I'm like, so he go to jail. And I remember my sister, she like super hands-on. Like she like, I'm going to see daddy. I'm like, I don't want to see him like that. You know what I'm saying? That was just how I am. I cope different. She went to see him when he was in the county jail before they shipped him off. And she finally talked me to go see him. And I went to see him. My dad was still his regular self. They had us talking to him on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, we talking to him on the phone. He got his little perm. He used to have a perm and shit. Thought he was cool as hell. I'm like, that perm was weak as hell. I hated that perm. He like, yeah, I get all the ladies with this perm. And then he said he a pimp. And we used to be like, he ain't no damn pimp. And he said his pimp mean prayer in my pocket. That's what he always said. That's what he said. But this dude was woman crazy, man.
Sound like a pimp to me.
Yeah. So he finally talked me into going to talk to him, and I went and talked to him, because I wasn't mad at him or nothing. I'm just like, because I don't know what the allegations and all this stuff is true yet, but he locked up for a reason, you get what I'm saying? Talked to him, he looked regular, he's my regular dad. And I'm like, okay, this nigga scary as hell and all this stuff, so he looking regular, so I felt good. So then time passes and he ended up going to prison, right? And I'm like, damn, this nigga, like, I said, that shit must be true then, right? So I'm like, I don't want to see him like this. He in prison, and my sister was going like every weekend to see him, and I'm like, they kept asking me to come see him, like, come see your dad, come see your dad. I'm like, I don't want to see him like that, like, because in my mind, he finna get out. This shit ain't true, but it ain't. And he had cancer, which we didn't even know about. And he had cancer, right? And my uncles kept telling me every day, like his oldest brother and his youngest brother would tell me, like, you need to go see your dad, you need to go see your dad. But they never tell me why. See him. I'm like, man, I don't want to go see him.
It's crazy. They did me like that as well. When my grandma died, and I was like 16, and everybody kept telling me, you need to go see your grandma. You need to go see your grandma.
Yeah.
And I never went, but nobody never told me why to go.
Facts.
But I want to interrupt you.
No, you good, because that's it's like relatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that was crazy to me.
And they wasn't saying nothing. I'm like, I don't want to see him like that. And then my uncle, and mind you, at the time I worked with my uncle. This one of my uncles that motivated me to keep. Shout out to him too. He's another reason I left my Uncle Darren out. That's my favorite uncle in the world, man. That man just always believed in me. I always looked up to him. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the reasons that who I am today as well. So shout out to you, Uncle Darren. I love that nigga, dog. That nigga moved to Arizona. I ain't seen him in a while, but we know, you know. But they kept saying, go see your dad. Then I never wanted to. And then they like, you need, my uncle just told me, like, man, we was at work. And he was like, you got to go see your dad, man. He was like, he don't got that much time left. And I remember I was like, what? And it broke me down. I'm like, that much time, right? So I'm like, all right, forget it. I'm going to go see him. And my sister set up the weekend for us to go see him. Mm-hmm. And we went to the prison. And they walked us through. First of all, my scary ass, I'm like, I don't want to be around. I didn't know that when they walked us through the prison, like, you know, they do all them checks, but when they walked us through, it was prison niggas just walking around free. Like, they was walking the line along a wall, like, they couldn't come outside of a line, but these niggas ain't got no cuffs on, nothing, so that shit scared the shit out of me. I'm like, bro, like, these niggas just turn. There's one officer walking us to my daddy, because he was in hospice. He was in hospice, so I'm like, damn.
Oh, they got hospice in the prison?
Yeah, they had a hospice.
Never knew that.
He was in hospice. Yeah,
okay.
He was in hospice. And they took us up there, and I got in there. Now, last time I seen my dad, like earlier, I told you, he was his regular self, but he was in the county jail at the time. Mm-hmm. I hadn't seen him for a while. Then when I got in there, I walked in the room. He was, you see, I'm a skinny dude. Like, he was skinnier than this. Like, I walked in the room, and he was so skinny. Like, and my sister used to be telling me, like, he won't eat and stuff. He was so skinny when I walked in. And I remember walking in, and I just broke down. Like, damn, this ain't my dad. He was just, he was staring at me. See, I see it all over again, man. But he was staring at me, and I was just like, damn, now I'm feeling bad for not coming. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, damn, I should have came, because I could have been talking to him. And I just, man, he was staring, and he was trying to smile. He was trying to smile because he seen me. And that's all he wanted, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, he seen me, and that's all and my uncle kept telling me that, but he didn't want to tell me. But he seen me. I can't, whew.
It's okay.
He seen me, and he was smiling, but you could tell it was hurting him. He was so weak, like it was hurting him. Mm-hmm. So it made me like really break down. And I remember I was like, damn, like, I'm feeling bad. And I remember hugging him. Like, for a long time, he was like real thin and shit. And I was hugging him. And then we was just talking about, like, we was reminiscing. I was bringing up old stories from all the funny shit he did. And he was like, you could tell he wanted to laugh. But he couldn't. It was like painful laugh, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, you could tell that was like what he wanted to see. Thank you, bro. Like, you could tell, like, that's what he wanted to see. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, he seen, like, this is all I needed before I left. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, he was, like, just looking at me like, like, I can't even do the smile. It was like a painful, like, but his cheeks was rising, and I'm just like, damn, dog, like, why I wait so long to see my dad? You know what I'm saying? And then I was just reminiscing and just talking about just all the stories that he was doing. You know, I'm silly, so I'm at the bottom of the bed doing all these actions, just having fun, and he in the bed he just wouldn't break his eyes off of me. Like, it was just like, just staring so hard, and I'm like, man. So they told us when we left, they said, y'all might want to say y'all final goodbyes, because they said he had like a week left of life. But you know, when people say that, you don't ever really believe that. You know what I'm saying? You like, nah, man, my pop's finna get some months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it hurt the most because he literally passed away a week later, and that was the day before my birthday. So my birthday, March 29th, he passed away on March 28th. And every year, my birthday is like bittersweet. You know what I mean? Because it's like the day before I want to celebrate me living another year. It's like I have to not celebrate, but you know, you gotta think about the fact that you lost your father. You know what I mean? Like, damn, my daddy died this day, 2015, this many years ago. You know what I mean? Like, so it hurts. You know what I'm saying? But going through those things, I feel like it made me who I am today, because of the simple fact of I don't feel like nothing I will ever go through is gonna hurt me more than losing both my parents.